What's up, everybody? Happy Thursday to everyone. Real quick pocket dump what we had in the pocket today. We had the Kaiser Mini Grouper. Man, this thing cuts, slices like a monster. The detent is crisp. The acoustics are great. The only dislike I like, now that I've only had it in the pocket one day, guys, is how this handle comes back and gets narrower back here. If it was a little bit fatter, I would love it. That's my only complaint, is how this handle comes back and gets narrower at the butt of the knife. So we had the mini grouper in the pocket today, along with the kit I carry every day, and in that, the Lake Champlain Barlow M390 modern slip joint, jigged titanium deep hollow grind. Can't brag on these Lake Champlain knives enough. Alright, so next few days we're going to be going over, me and my wife took a trip to Gatlinburg, Tennessee over the weekend, and I stopped at the world's biggest knife store. First off, my experience there, if you go there, nobody knows where nothing is. I was looking for a certain 4 or 5 knives. A knife that I was looking for that this video is about, I went in and looked for a Gunslinger Jack, the one with the frame lock. Showed it on the website, nobody knew where it was at. Said it could be at the warehouse. It's funny that they keep some knives at the warehouse and some knives in store. So nobody knew where it was at. Showed it to a few people. And to be completely honest with you, 2 of the 5 knives that I looked for, nobody heard of them. Nobody knew where they was at. So that's my experience with Smoky Mountain Knife Works. Big store, plenty of variety. But if you're going to have a knife store, they got different counters set up for different HK knives, Hogue knives, Kershaw, Microtech, Benchmade. At least have everybody know where all the stuff is in the store. But other than that, great experience. Was kind of rushed. But I did look on their website a couple days ahead of time. Made a list of a few knives I wanted to add to my collection. The Gunslinger being one of them. Could not find it in the store. But we did find the next best thing. We got Jack Wolf's knife. Modern interpretation. The Wolf. Timeless designs. There's the price we paid for it. Very nice. Very nice box. Very flashy. And we picked up, I don't want to tear the box in case I ever sell it, the next person. How many of y'all keep y'all's boxes and stuff that the knives come in? Me, if I ever decide to sell one, I want the next person to enjoy what I had. It is storming like crazy here, so y'all might hear thunder. Check this can out, the Benny. I got like a guy with a Hayukin Fireball. I love the artwork on these cans. I set them on my bookshelves. Awesome display. So these knives unscrew, and they come with a cleaning cloth. If I can get it out, a cleaning cloth, a POG, stickers, and an extra filler tab. That's a hint, the blurple there. So it's got a POG and a sticker. I'm not going to get it all out. We'll set that to the side. So the Benny is kind of like the Gunslinger. Both of them have hollow grinds. The Benny's is a little bit shallower of a hollow grind. Get this clean cloth out of the way. Don't want to get it all nasty and dirty. Put it back down in there. So the Benny's kind of like the Gunslinger. Same clip point blade. Kind of the same thing. Just the hollow grind's a little bit deeper on the Gunslinger. So I went with the titanium with the Blurple accents, the hardware, pivot, lock bar insert, titanium clip. This is contoured titanium scales with like a jig, well not a jig, a cross stitch pattern on it. Have a full back spacer all the way up. Titanium pocket clip. It is a frame lock. I wish the relief was on the inside of the blade, but we'll get to that in a minute. But yeah, just a really simple. I like the pop of purple there. We have a fuller for deployment and a front flipper. Come right down Main Street. Look at the tolerances on that knife. Let's try this little minimal front flipper first. Fires right out there. Belt satin on the blade. The blade is an S90V. Deep hollow cut. We got a straight edge to a heavily curved belly. Rock cutting was going to be the best for this. Access to the lock bar could be a little bit better, but at least they knocked it down for you. The fuller. Acoustics, I like the acoustics on it. I can't believe that little flipper tab gives you that much of a bite up there. It fires too. So I looked at a Arctic Storm fat carbon one. It felt a little bit lighter, so I went with the all titanium one. So we done went over the handles, the titanium contoured. Got like false bolsters up here on the top. Have jimping on the back of the blade, which runs up to the flipper tab. The jimping is really good jimping. It's got very good traction on it. We have a flat down to 2 swedges in that clip point blade. Then we have a deep hollow. Got plenty of life to sharpen with, because that's perfectly executed plunge right there, I think. Real pretty blade, that belt satin, horizontal, looks like they ran it horizontal. Really pretty blade. S90V. Action is good. Fires right out there. Really good action on it. I don't know if I have a piece of paper to test the edge with it or not. Let me grab something, guys. I apologize. Wasn't planning on cut testing anything, but we got a Cabela's paper here. Yeah, boy. She's pretty sharp. Might be a little snag somewhere in it. No snag in it. So she did come pretty sharp. Actually really sharp there. Let's do some size comparisons and we'll get into some likes and dislikes. I'll give you a close-up shot of it. Jack Wolf knives. I own 3 in my collection. And one of them we're getting ready to do a size comparison with it. The Benny is a little bit bigger knife than the Gunslinger Jack. I wish I had it here to put them side by side. The balance is way back in the middle because of the butt of this blade. The butt of this handle is really thick, really heavy back there. You can tell it. It's got more weight to the back of the handle. Alright guys, let's do some size comparisons. So the Sharpshooter Jack. This is a slip joint knife. It's a little bit shorter. So the difference is in the Gunslinger Jack and the Benny is, see how this hollow grind comes all the way up to the fuller here. where the Benny comes up and stops and then it goes flat. It's about the only difference in the handle shape is more of a gun stock handle. So the sharpshooter, a little bit shorter. Benchmade bug out, should be more in lines of the size, about the same size as a Benchmade bug out. Drop bear. Drop bear is a tad bit shorter, guys. Paramilitary 3. Paramilitary 3 is about the same size. We know the Paramilitary 2 is going to be bigger. Paramilitary 2 is definitely bigger. Cutting edge. Let me get all these knives out of the way. Cutting edge, you're looking at about 3 inches. Weight, I'm gonna say 4.5. Right at 4, so it's gonna be a really lightweight carry. Not a super lightweight, but this pocket clip, the only thing I'm worried about this pocket clip is how much space they give you in jeans. Might be rough. You're going to have that much sticking out of the pocket, guys, on the Benny. Come out pretty easy though. Now let's go over some likes and dislikes of the knife. My first thoughts and impressions is I like the overall look of it. I think I like the Gunslinger better, even though I haven't held it, of course. I like how the knife gets thicker back here at the butt. I like that it has a full back spacer. I like the mill work on the handles. Action is money. That flipper tab doesn't look like it'll work, but it fires hard out there. You can even roll it out with your finger. Lock up on this guy's about 50%. Some of the dislikes I like. Wish the lock bar cutout was on the inside there. This pocket clip doesn't, I don't really care for the pocket clip. The purple, which kind of changes colors when you put it in light, different light, pretty cool. The jimping, this is some good jimping. It's got some good traction to it. I like the horizontal on the blade, like the belt satin. Instead of running down, they've got it running horizontal. Not really a clip point guy fan, but we've seen how sharp it was. So clip points are really good for this motion, rocking. When it comes to cutting, you're going to have your wrist almost at a 90 degrees to do any kind of utility cutting. You do have a long straight edge though, that you're going to get a really long cut out of it. Some of the dislikes, I mean, the thickness of this handle at the back. If it would have come down maybe a 1/4 inch. I don't see the stop pin here at the knife, so I'm taking it that there's got to be a stop pin somewhere. It may be in a track, I'm not sure. This knife is on bearings. And this is the Benny, guys. If you're not like and subscribed, please do so. That's how my content gets out to other viewers. You guys let me know what you'd like to see. I thought about buying some sisal rope, some strap, some leather, doing some cut tests on these knives. Let me know in the comments if that's something you guys would like to see. We are a self-funded content creator, which means I don't receive free knives. Every knife I bring to you guys, it comes out of my pocket. And I appreciate y'all for watching. Hope y'all have a good rest of your evening. And stay safe, stay sharp. Until the next one, guys.